Hey, reach up there and pull those belts tight. One more time, you're watching the original Rebels Racing League.
Welcome everybody to Kansas Speedway. My name is Josh Hall. We're here with our second race of the Original Rebels Truck Series doubleheader here on Sunday night. Thanks for joining us here tonight. I do apologize for not being in the first race. As usually you hear my voice in that first race. We want to thank Joe Wright for filling in for me for that first race. And we're here tonight for the second race in the Truck Series. Right now, Kyle Roberts at the top of the board. As we take a look at our tower, Tracy Passion sitting back in second. Zach Wetstein back in third. We see Ray Page have some issues catching the wall there. But a great race on hand tonight. I'm looking forward to calling this one tonight. Don't forget, if you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, don't forget to hit that like button, follow and subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow us at IntensityBroad1 on Twitter as well. And you can find all your favorite merchandise for all your favorite leagues, whether it's Original Rebels, SCSRA, Extreme Forces, at IntensityBroadcasting.com. We've got hats, shirts, mugs, stickers, mouse pads, you name it, it's there. So check that out. That's IntensityBroadcasting.com. And don't forget, for all your Original Rebels needs, you can find that at the Original Rebels Racing League website, which is ORRLeague.com. That's ORRLeague.com, and I will put that in the chat for everybody who is looking to find that as well. So looks like we got about 2.5 minutes left in practice. Let's take a look at our standings coming into tonight. And we see at the top of the board, Aaron Adcock is your leader right now after winning last week. Garrett Kinder sitting back in second. Brandon Wallace, Josh Lokovitz, and Charlie Elmore round out your top five. Kyle Roberts, Mickey Isaac, Zach Wetstein back in eighth. Jeff Paisley and Christopher Heiner are your top 10. We see Paisley and Heiner both tied for ninth position. 11th, Josh Oswald. Alex Veith in 12th, Tyler Rice, Spencer Gay, Joshua Smith back in 15th. Then where it starts to get tight, we see 16th, Sam Wetstein, Jim McClendon back in 17th. 18th, 19th, you got Tia Swank and Joaquin Meza. And then we have a five-way tie for 20th between Davey Jones, Charles Feltz, Logan Sturgeon, Tracy Passons, and Gary Wright. And then Jesse Necula back there in the 25th position. Kevin, good to see you there in the chat. He says, let's have a fun race, go 3 and 13. Always cheering on the Reaper boys. Take a look at our race info here. See Kansas Speedway, the D-shaped oval here. 74 degrees, a little bit of humidity. Track temperature 78 degrees. These guys will have 6 sets of tires tonight, 5 sets in the pits and the set that they start on. So 6 sets total for tonight, which will be plenty for this race. We do know that Kansas does eat up tires pretty well, so we'll be looking for these guys to take every opportunity they can to pit, and we'll see that a lot tonight. We see Jeff Paisley making a practice green flag pit stop here. So you got Mr. Pegleg Feltz sitting out there on track right now, sitting 10th on the speed chart. Love the green spoiler and window banner there. Definitely going to be able to tell those boys there tonight. I believe all the Apex guys will be having that on their trucks tonight. Of course, we don't want to forget any of our sponsors here that make this possible. As practice has just finished, we're going to be switching over to qualifying. Of course, we want to mention Whole Heating and Sheet Metal. They're our series sponsor. We thank them for coming aboard. Also, this series is in memory of Ray Cobb. We also have secondary sponsors of Smeel Racing Designs, Shiba Inu Crypto, Peg Leg Felts, P&J Motorsports, Evil Empire SimSport, Thunderstruck Super Series, Kinder Farm and Ranch Smeel Racing Designs, BK Motorsports, and Sabuski Window Tinting. So you see our first cars starting to take track here for qualifying. See Zach Wetstein coming out on track and up to speed. Kansas is a track where you'll see multiple grooves. The track is progressively banked, which means there is less banking down at the bottom of the track than there is up against the wall. So we'll see guys actually running up at that wall at times. You see Zach ripping the wall here in qualifying. We'll see if he runs down to the bottom lane though for his second lap. Let's see what he does here on his first lap. And running right there on those hash marks there, you see as he coming through the corner, definitely the fastest way around the track at times. So we'll see as these tires wear off where he runs. As Zach has a little bit of a connection issue there. We see him disappear, but he is back and gone again, but he's running the low side this time. So we'll see where he ends up. Let's pick up Brett Grunwald. Currently at the top of the speed charts, running that low lane through turns, currently through turns 1 and 2. Zach is able to muster up to the second position, so, oh, actually I take that back. Zach jumps up to the pole with a 31.15. See what Brett can do here as he comes across the line down on the apron, which is completely legal here at Kansas. And he's going to move up into the second position with a 31.25. So 1 whole tenth separates Zach and Brett. See the 53 of Tracy Passon's out on track right now. Comes across for his first lap, or to take the green flag. So this is his first lap. Tracy having a great season last year in the Outlaw Series, moving up to the Sunday Night Truck Series. This is more the original group here that started with the original Rebels, and it's great to see that most of these guys are still here in this series. You see Tracy Passon's jumping up to second place currently. Let's see what he can do here on his second lap, beating Brett Grunwald by 1/100th of a second. Off of turn number 4, Tracy's going to drive right down onto that apron, flat part of the track, comes across the line. And he is not going to improve his lap time, but he's going to stay right where he is. Ran back-to-back 124s, so that's impressive right there, running back-to-back laps like that, identical times. See that, a 31.241 and a 31.242. So incredible consistency out of that 52 machine. Here's the bulldozer himself, William Griffith, out on track in that 12 Pepto-Bismol machine. Already took his first lap, currently in the 12th position. We'll see if he's able to improve on his time here on the second lap. And across the line, and Griff is going to stay in the 12th position. Jonah Kober just jumped up to the second position with a 31.17, so 200ths back behind Zach. Kyle Roberts just leaving pit road. Kyle was quick in practice. We'll see if he's quick here in qualifying. Now, in practice, they do have the beneficiary of the draft, the benefit of the draft there. So these trucks push a big hole in the air, especially a fast track like here at Kansas, where they're pretty much wide open all the way around for the first 10 or 15 laps or so. So you'll see the draft actually come into play a little bit here tonight. With single truck qualifying runs, that draft is not going to come into play. So we'll see who's got the speed, overall raw speed, out on track here tonight in qualifying. Jeff Paisley on track just jumped up to the 10th position on his first lap. See what he does here on his second lap as he's just about to cross the line. And Jeff Paisley moves up into the 7th position in the 7 truck. But Kyle Roberts now, first lap, he's going to be up into the 17th position. So he's able to do here on his second lap. Again, he was quickest in qualifying, or in practice, I should say. So we'll see what he can do here in qualifying. As Kyle Roberts is going to come across the line. And he's going to move up into the 4th position. Everybody's fan favorite, 75 of Peg Leg Phelps out on track. Already taking the green flag. This is his first of 2 laps. Running that high line. See what he's able to do here on his first lap as he comes across the stripe. Stays on the track this time, trying to keep that momentum, not burning the time up on the apron. Now he's going to move down to the bottom of the track, right down onto that white line through turns 1 and 2. As he rips down the backstretch here. Makes his way through turns 3 and 4. Oh, washes up the track just a little bit. See if he dives down on the apron. If he stays up on the track, he's going to stay on the track. And Pegleg's going to move up into the 4th position. So a great qualifying attempt for Pegleg with a 31.23. Josh Smith out on track right now from Pine Grove, Pennsylvania. This is his first of 2 laps. As we ride along with Josh, we can hear just how little, oh, he's really loose there. Has to, catches the wall, so bad luck for Smith there. Just going to see if we can ride along with him. Let's ride along with Ray Page here. So he comes across the line for the first time. We'll hear just how little they lift here. So he's still trying to get that truck up to speed. Coming across the line here. First time into turns 1 and 2. There is no lift. That is wide open all the way through turns 1 and 2. Throw that dashboard up there so you can kind of see what the driver is doing. Still no lift as Ray moves up into the 18th position. And you can see just how little he's moving that wheel. Actually turning right there in the corner. So that truck is incredibly loose. But loose is fast as he makes his way through turns 3 and 4. Down to the start-finish line. He's going to move up into the 14th position. It looks like with about 40 seconds left, that's pretty much going to do it as far as qualifying here tonight. Again, we want to thank you all for coming out here on Intensity Broadcasting for the Original Rebels Racing League race from Kansas Speedway. Again, if you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, we do appreciate you tuning in tonight. Don't forget to like, follow, and subscribe if you haven't already. Check out the Original Rebels website. I put it in the chat. It is the ORRleague.com. That's www.orrleague.com. And don't forget to check out our merch store as well at intensitybroadcasting.com. You can find all your favorite leagues and Intensity merchandise there as well. From t-shirts to hats, mouse pads, coffee cups, stickers. It's all there, so check that out, IntensityBroadcasting.com. Let's take a look at our starting grid. And of course, your starting grid, as always, is brought to you by BKM Motorsports. Oh, looks like I had another thing on my screen there. Let's bring that up. And your peg leg pole winner tonight will go to Zach Wetstein with a blazing fast lap. Jonah Colbert's going to join him on the outside of row number 1. Row 2 will find the 3 of Christian Dedman and Chuck Pegleg Phelps qualifying in the 4th position. Kyle Roberts, he'll qualify in 5th with Tracy Passons in the 53, rolling off on the 6th spot. 7th belongs to Josh Lokovitz in the 79 machine with Brett Grunwald to the outside in position number 8. Aaron Adcock, he'll be rolling off 9th in the 23 machine, and Jeff Paisley in that 7 in 10th. Then Jesse Nekula and Sam Wetstein will round out row number 6. Row 7 will find Jim McClendon in the 18 and Ray Page in the 41. Then Charles Stevens Jr. in the 88 with Josh Smith in the 47 in the 16th position. 17th belongs to Brandon Wallace in the 99, and outside of him will be Charlie Elmore in the 20 machine. 10th row will be Tia Swank and Mickey Isaac in 20th. 21st, Cody Bohm and William Griffith in the 22nd position. Then Alex Veith in 23rd, Spencer Gay in 24th. 25th will be Joaquin Meza with Tyler Rice to his outside in 26th. Garrett Kinder way back in 27th, Josh Oswald in 28th, Mike Veith back in 29th, and Gary Wright in 30th. And we see Mike Veith on track. We do want to mention that he just had some surgery not too long ago. So it's good to see his recovery going well, and he's all back on track here tonight in the Original Rebels race. But we're getting ready to go green flag racing. Zach Wetstein on the pole. Jonah Colbert to his outside. Kevin Kinder says big field. It is a big field. He also wants to shout out the 78 and the 41 tonight, as Zach Wetstein's going to lead them down to the starting zone. Green flag is in the air. We are racing here at Kansas. And Zach Wetstein already getting out to a good lead here as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Field already starting to spread out a little bit. We're seeing 2 distinct lines right now, but we see drivers starting to already think about taking it 3 wide. As we see Brett Grunwald way out there on the high side. We see Christian Dedman and Pegleg Phelps side by side for 3rd and 4th as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. I'm sorry, 3 and 4 and down to the front stretch. And Zach Wetstein will be the leader of lap number 1. And we can already see him spreading out. We got some 3 wide racing a little further back in the pack. Now they're separated back to 2 as Pegleg and Christian Dedman continue to battle side by side for the 3rd position. Right behind Tracy Passons is looking for one of these drivers to make a mistake so they can get themselves up a little further. Up at the front though, Jonah Colbert is looking to make things happen. It looks like Joaquin Meza had some issues. Is pulled off the track. I don't know if he actually, it says he crashed, so he's up in the wall. See him up in the wall there and diving down on the pit road. So Tracy Basson's now looking, as Pegleg has moved himself up into the 3rd position. Now Tracy Passon's is trying to get around the 3 of Christian Dedman. And look for most of your passes tonight to come up on that high side. Although right now, Tracy's working that low line on fresher tires. Right now, the fastest man on track is right there in that 75 machine, Chuck Pegleg Phelps. Running down both Jonah and Zach here. Pegleg having a great run early on in the race. Last week's winner Aaron Adcock also trying to make some moves here. just getting around the 7 of Jeff Paisley. So move Aaron Adcock into the 8th position as he continues to move forward. Back up front, though, it's all Zach Wetstein as he comes across the line to lead lap number 5. The peg leg is not going away. Chuck's sitting right back there, and you can see he's very, very little input on the steering wheel. The less input you can put into that wheel, the faster you're going to go. You hear he's really not doing any lifting, maybe a little blip of the throttle to set the nose of that machine to get it to turn, but other than that, really not lifting. Chuck continues to reel in Jonah. Right behind, Tracy Passons has joined the party as well. He's caught up to this group up front here, and he's trying to bring himself into the mix with Christian Dedman and Josh Lokovitz. And Kyle Roberts right there behind as well. And then there's a little bit of a break before you get back to the 23 machine of Aaron Adcock. Christian Dedman side by side with Josh Lokovitz. This is for the 5th position. Lokovitz trying to take that 5th position away. They continue to run side by side. There's battles all over the track right now. A couple drivers making some big moves through the field. William Griffith already up 5 spots into the 17th position. Josh Oswald up 5 spots into 23rd. Into 22nd, up 5 spots is the 13 of Garrett Kinder. So Kinder trying to make his way back through the field as well. Now Christian Dedman and Josh Lokovitz continue to battle side by side. See Garrett Kinder watching this battle in front of him between Tia Swank and Cody Bohm. Kinder's trying to move himself up through the field right now in that 13 Big Frig machine. Also sponsored by Kinder Farm and Ranch. Back at the front, we see a little battle heating up here between Zach Wetstein and Jonah Coburn. Coburn was just getting a little bit of a run on Zach last lap, but starting to fade off just a little bit. Peg leg continues to hang on there as well. So far, pretty much single file for most of the field, although Jesse Nekula starting to get onto the back bumper of Aaron Adcock here. Nekula trying to make the move now to the inside of Adcock, but not able to make that move just yet. Right behind him, we have Sam Wetstein in the 98 machine. So your top 10 is a Wetstein sandwich with Zach Wetstein leading. And Sam Wetstein back in 10th as Jesse Nekula now looks down to the inside of Aaron Adcock to take away that 9th position, excuse me, that 8th position. See drivers side by side into turns 1 and 2. And Nekula's going to slide up in front of Aaron Adcock. Aaron Adcock has a bit of a run back on that high side, so Nekula's not able to get up in line, but now he's going to clear Aaron Adcock and set his sights on Kyle Roberts. A little further back, we've got a mess of cars back here. We see Brett Grunwald being passed by Jim McClendon. And then right behind, you see the 88 of Charles Stevens Jr. and Ray Page in this mix as well. And William Griffith right back there as well, trying to take advantage up six positions, up into the 16th position. a lot of hard racing here in the back. You see Garrett Kinder towards the back of this pack as well. Slowly moving himself back up through the field. So Kinder did have to start at the back of the pack for, quote, shenanigans and dumping Jason Warren, the 32, last week. So there's more to that quote, but unfortunately, got to keep the stream PG rated. That's why Kinder did not qualify and is running towards the back of the field. But as the race goes on, I would not be surprised to see that 13 claw his way through the field and be there at the end. Josh Lokovitz all over the back bumper of Tracy Passons. Lokovitz up into the 5th position, having a great run so far. See that 79 machine coming down the front stretch into the line. Kinder. We're going to come up to him as he's trying to get around the 47 of Josh Smith. He's going to clear Smith. And, oh, big move for William Griffith down to the inside of Cody Bohm. So Bohm stuck on that high side. We see that 78 getting a little loose there off the corner. While that's all happening right there in front of Garrett Kinder. Oh, we see Ray Page almost up into the wall, real loose off the corner. So some great racing back here. You take a look from the blimp here. This whole mess of cars, and already we're seeing these trucks running different lines. Everybody kind of in line down the straightaways, but as they come through the corner, we're seeing a few different lines. Some people driving right down on that white line, some people up at the wall, some people trying to run that middle. So a couple different lines we're seeing out of drivers here, try to move themselves up to the front. Back up front, Josh Lokovitz looking down to the inside of Christian Dedman. Actually, Dedman passing Lokovitz on the high side. I take that back. So move Lokovitz back into the 6th position. And it looks like he's going to lose another position here to Kyle Roberts. A little bit of damage possibly to the right side of that 79 machine. Maybe he got up into the wall. As, yep, you can see it right there on that right front. A little scrape there. It looks like he might have, yeah, definitely got up into the wall. So tough break for Josh Lokovitz. That damage is slowing him down. And we see him continue to slide backwards. Up front, still Zach Wedstein and Jonah Colbert. Pegleg Feltz and Tracy Passons, your top 4. Not much has changed up front. Everybody kind of stringing out a little bit right now as the fuel runs off these trucks. Again, they have 5 sets of tires in the pits, which we should not need all 5 sets for 100 laps, but after about 20 laps where these guys are right now, these trucks are not handling well. The tires are giving up, and some people may be wanting tires right now, hoping for a caution to come out so that they could get some fresh tires on these trucks. But right now, Zach Wedstein seems to be setting the pace. See another battle back here. Jeff Paisley and Sam Wetstein. Sam's still currently running in that 10th position, trying to run down Josh Lokovitz. Just trying to hang on to that injured truck. And yellow flag is out. Looks like some issues for the 66 of Tia Swank. And that's going to bring up our first Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. As we take a look to see what happened to the 66. Actually, it doesn't look like it was the 66 that caused the yellow. We see here, the 78 of Boehm comes down into Josh Smith and the 66. Let's rewind this a little bit to see what got that truck. Racing side by side with Ray Page. Try to get the good view of it. Page slides up the track just a little bit right in front of Garrett Kinder. 78 catches the wall. Comes back down across the track behind Garrett Kinder right down into Josh Smith. And Tia Swank right there as well with nowheres to go. So that's going to put everybody on pit road. See who's going to win the race off of pit road. Looks like Zach Wetstein will be first off. Jonah Colbert. So we'll break this down for you. As we see everybody coming off of pit road right now. So you look at your pit stop times right there. And Zach Wetstein having a great strong pit stop. 14.85 gets him off pit road first. See Jonah Colbert coming off second. Tracy Passons, Chuck Pegleg Phelps falling back to fourth. Christian Dedman, Kyle Roberts, Aaron Adcock, Jesse Nicholas, Sam Whitstein gains the position. Jeff Paisley back to 10th as it looks like Josh Lokovitz might have stayed out. Yep, Josh Lokovitz stayed in the pits there to get some damage fixed. So back up at the front behind the pace truck is the 4 of Zach Wetstein. Taking a look at the chat, we see Stacy Passons. Stacy Passons and Paul Passons tuning in tonight. Stacy cheering on the 23 and the 53. That's Aaron Adcock and Tracy Passons. We appreciate you joining us here tonight. We've got the chat open. Let us know who you're pulling for tonight here. Of course, we want to thank all of our great sponsors. Whole Heating and Sheet Metal for sponsoring the league in memory of Ray Cobb. Spiel Racing Designs, Shibu Inu Crypto, Pegleg Felts, P&J Motorsports, Evil Empire, SimSport, Thunderstruck Super Series, Kinder Farm and Ranch, Spiel Racing Designs, BK Motorsports, and Zabuski Window Tinting. All coming on as sponsors of the league, helping these guys do what they do. Without those great sponsors, we wouldn't be able to put on this broadcast for you and put out this great show for you week after week. As lights are off on the pace truck, we're going to go back green flag racing at the end of this lap. So we are going to re-rack them, restack them, and refire them. Zach Wetstein is going to choose the inside lane. Jonah Colbert to the outside. Tracy Passons is going to restart in third on the low line. Kyle Roberts to his outside in fourth. So it doesn't look like Kyle got the memo. He's still kind of hanging back there in that bottom lane. take that back. It is Christian Dedman back in 4th and Kyle Roberts in 5th. So here we go. Pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Green flag's back in the air. Zach Wittstein takes off. Tracy Passon's right there on the bottom trying to jump all over Jonah Colbert, take that second position away. And now Tracy Passon's up into the second position, clearing Jonah Colbert. We see in the chat here, Amber Adcock says, let's go Aaron and Tracy. Stay up front. And Steve, really miss having you call the Outlaw race. Steve, I appreciate it. Unfortunately, I got stuck working and was not able to call the race. But right now we've got some action on track. Tracy Passons has gotten around the 31 of Jonah Colbert. Now he's trying to run down Zach Wittstein to lead a lap here and be someone other than Zach Wittstein to lead a lap. Just behind we see Christian Dedman side by side with Aaron Adcock as they work their way off of turn number 2. And Adcock's going to move himself solidly up into the 4th position. As they work their way down through the D-shaped front stretch, we see Jesse Necula looking down to the inside of Kyle Roberts. And move Necula up into the 6th position. So a lot of passing through the field, not so much passing up at the front, but right now, Tracy Passons is catching Zach Wittstein, who's having a little bit of issues with his connection there. Steve Loving said he's pulling for his JC teammate Jonah and his U.S. Marine brother Phelps. Chuck Phelps currently running back in the 22nd position, having an issue on that restart, falling way back. Doesn't look like any damage to that truck, so he should be able to recover, but way back in the field. As Tracy Passons now looking down to the inside of Zach Wittstein. Zach still having that little bit of a connection issue. And as they come side by side, oh, Passons gets loose off the corner. That's going to allow Jonah Colbert dive down to the bottom and try to take back that second position. And he will. So Tracy Passons having the unfortunate looseness in that truck. Almost catches the wall off of turn number 4. Now he's going to have to do everything he can to try to reel him back in. A little further back, there's a battle back here between Sam Wittstein, Jeff Paisley, and Jim McClendon. It's for 8th, 9th, and 10th back here. So Sam having a great run tonight too. Hanging around the top 10, sitting back in 8th. Speaking of having good runs, Garrett Kinder back up into, almost up into the top 10, up into 11th as, oh, McClendon gets really loose in front of the field here. And Sam Wittstein side by side. That's going to move Sam back into the 10th position, although McClendon and him are still battling side by side. It seems like tonight, anytime a truck has gotten loose, it's happened right there in front of Kinder. So Kinder really being on his toes tonight. We see a crossover move from McClendon trying to get back to the inside to retake that position from Sam Wittstein. Further back, we see a couple military trucks side by side. See that Marine Corps truck. A peg leg Felts. Trying to get around the 01 of Mickey Isaac. They continue to battle up here. Just in front, I was told to make sure this truck got onto the broadcast tonight, and that is the 51 of Alex Veith, running the LA Rams colors. Told me to make sure the tailgate got on the broadcast tonight. Let's see what we've got here. Suck it, Tom Brady. There you have it. Up front, we've got Zach Westside continuing to lead. Let's see, Ratchet Miller says 13, pick him off and get her to the front. 3 truck making a hand up front. Yeah, that 3 is doing what he can right now to stay up front as Aaron Adcock has moved up into the 4th position. Kyle Roberts is right there behind as well. So some great battling throughout the field here tonight. Christian Edmond using that high line as I was talking about earlier qualifying. You'll see some of these guys using that high line up there above those hash marks. Get a really strong run down the straightaway to try to take position away as we see Christian Edmond all over the back bumper of Aaron Adcock. We look at the nose here of Dedman. This gives you a good idea of the speed that these guys are carrying here around Kansas Speedway. And just how much that draft can really help pull that truck that's behind right up to that truck in front. Right along with Aaron Adcock here. We see the 3 of Christian Dedman getting that good run again off the corner. And it looks like Dedman, right that higher lane, not as good through the corner. And Aaron Adcock definitely getting the run through the corner, but Dedman getting the big run down the straightaways. Further back, Garrett Kinder now cracked up into the top 10, trying to take the 9th position away from Sam Wettstein up on that high side. And caution is out on track. And looks like it's involving again the 66 of Tia Swank, so that'll bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we see what happened to the 66 of Tia Swank. Looks like he's running alongside the 01 of Mickey Isaac. And Isaac just pushes up the track right into the side of Tias. So nothing Tias could really do there. Those two go sliding through the infield grass, and Tias tries to lock it down, sliding on the grass. Ooh, Spencer Gay making the move down to the bottom to get on by. I have a feeling this is going to bring everybody back down on the pit road. So all the lead lap trucks coming down pit road. Zach Wetstein comes to the stop. And that line right there is the race off of pit road. And Zach is going to win the race off pit road. Jonah Colbert second. Tracy Passons, Christian Dedman. Great battles off of pit road. So Zach Wetstein back up to the front. Take a look at those pit stop times again. Zach Wetstein with a 15:08, so a slower stop, but still able to get off pit road first. Jonah Colbert second, Tracy Passons, Christian Dedman, Jesse Necula up in the fifth. Kyle Roberts, Sam Wetstein, Garrett Kinder back into eighth. Jeff Paisley ninth, and Aaron Adcock falls back to 10th. So a couple drivers struggling to get on and off pit road fast enough. You see the 92 of Joaquin Meza. Looks like he stayed out here, and he's going to try to get one of his lap backs. Another one of the drivers running an LA Rams truck. Rams having a fantastic season, as we've seen. Much better season than my Cowboys had this year. Rams beat the Buccaneers today. Great games throughout the NFL today and this weekend in general. Seemed like every single game came right down to the wire. The 49ers beating the Packers last night. The Rams beating the Buccaneers. Chiefs beat the Bills in overtime. Bengals over the Titans. So 4 games that really came down to the wire as we have the field re-racked, restacked, get ready to refire as the lights on the pace truck are off. He'll be pulling in this time by. Zach Wetstein again chooses the inside lane, putting Jonah Colbert to the outside. Tracy Passons, Christian Dedman, Jesse Necula, Kyle Roberts round out your top 6. Pace truck getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Green flag back in the air. We are back racing here at Kansas. We're a lap away from halfway. Zach Wetstein has led every single lap so far as Tracy Passons tries to get around Jonah Colbert again on the start. He's going to move up into that second position yet again. Now let's see if Tracy can run down Zach Wetstein like he did on the last race. And the yellow flag is out. It looks like Kyle Roberts and Sam Wetstein turn around on the backstretch. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch wreckage rewind. As we take a look to see what happened to these two drivers, and see Sam run into the inside of Garrett Kinder. Kyle Roberts right in front of them, and Kyle Oh, looks like Sam may have gotten a better run than Kyle there, and they didn't know that they were side by side. Actually, it looks like they're making it 3 wide. Garrett Kinder looking up to the high side, and Roberts just gets loose there off the corner. Those two make contact, and they go through the long slide. Oh, hard impact with the rear end of that 35 machine. So how about this? Garrett Kinder up into the 6th position after taking an EOL and having to start the race in the back of the field. Currently clawing his way through the field, as I mentioned he would, up into the 21st position, or up into the 6th position, up 21 spots. Now he will not be eligible for the Hard Charger Award due to having to take the EOL. However, currently our hardest charger at the moment is the 17 of Josh the Jet Oswald, up in 19 positions from where he started tonight. We'll see if he's able to hold on to that, or somebody's going to try to take that away from him. Great looking truck, that 17 machine of Josh Oswald. In fact, I really haven't done this too much this year, but for tonight's race, let's go ahead and give the Smeal Racing Designs best paint of the night to this 17 of Josh the Jet Oswald with the eagle on the front, the chrome, and the just a great looking truck overall here Josh Oswald has. So try to get another good view of it here. The numbers give it off too. You know, it's got that old school kind of chromatic numbers that you see on your local track and your dirt track. So great looking truck out there, that 17 machine. See if we can get one more good look at it here as he comes down the backstretch. There you have it. Tonight's Smeal Racing Designs best paint. So we're just past halfway. Zach Wetstein continues to lead as the lights on the pace truck are about to go off. We're going to re-rack them, restack them, refire them yet again here at Kansas. Zach Wetstein with the inside yet again. Tracy Passon's going to restart up on that high side. Jonah Colbert and Jesse Necula will be down back in row number 2. In row 3, we'll find Christian Dedman and the 13 of Garrett Kinder. A couple of Reaper Racing boys back there in that 3rd row. So we'll see what they're able to do here on this restart as the field is tightened up. Still on pretty much fresh tires. The pace car is getting ready to take that pace truck, excuse me, the truck car. That truck car is getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Talk about truck cars in a moment. Zach Weststein's going to lead him back down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing, and a good jump for Tracy Passons trying to stay out in front of Jonah Colbert, but Colbert has that inside lane advantage here on the fresher tires. And Jesse Nekula looking down on that low side as well, trying to get around Passons as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. And Colbert almost gets clear. He is going to clear the 53, excuse me. Although Tracy's going to battle back hard on that high side. We see Garrett Kinder just behind, trying to get around Jesse Nekula. Kinder finally cracking that top 5 up into the 5th position. And he's looking for more as he's working down to the inside of Nekula. They're side by side. Ooh, Kinder gets a little loose off the corner. That's going to allow Nekula to take that position and run with it as they all get back single file. A little further back, we see Aaron Adcock in a battle right now with Jeff Paisley, trying to take over that 7th position. How about William Griffith back in 10th place, having a great run up in the top 10 here tonight. And Josh Oswald up into 9th. One driver starting to make his way back through the field is the 75 of Pegleg Phelps, who fell all the way back. Now he's back in the 15th position, trying to claw his way back up to the front as well. He's got Brett Grunwald right in front of him. Jonah Colbert has the 53 of Tracy Passons all over that back bumper, as Tracy's trying to retake that 2nd position, and Garrett Kinder side by side, going to take away 4th from Jesse Nekula. So Kinder on a tear, trying to get himself up to the front here. We got some great battles all the way through the field. A little further back, battle heating up between Charles Stevens Jr., James McClendon, and Pegleg Phelps here as well. Ratchet Miller says 13 doing work. 13 is doing work. Another truck doing some work right now is the 17 of Josh Oswald. Although he's in a fierce battle here between William Griffith in the 12, and right behind him, Cody Bolton trying to come into the mix as well. Christian Denman, Aaron Adcock side by side. Right behind them you see Josh Oswald and William Griffith side by side. Battle up front though starting to heat up as we got 4 trucks in line under a blanket. That's your first 4 positions as Garrett Kinder all over the back bumper of Tracy Passons. Now Kinder looking down to the inside. And Kinder still side by side with Tracy Passons. Tracy fighting back hard on that high side. We've seen that high lane be able to get the run off the top side, but now Garrett Kinder gets around Passons. Passons comes right back to his back bumper. Move Kinder up into the top 3. And now we'll see if he's able to run down the 31 of Jonah Colbert and the 4 of Zach Wetstein. As we have less than 40 laps to go when they cross the line this time. We'll have just 38 laps to go here at Kansas. Things are starting to heat up. The intensity is starting to ramp up. Still behind Jesse Nekula, Aaron Adcock side by side. This is for the 5th position. Jesse Nekula on that high lane, able to get the run. Now Christian Denman coming into the mix as well, up on that high side. Try to get the good run off the corner, see if he can make that little crossover. No, he's going to stay up on the high side here. As our leaders continue to click off laps. And Kevin Kinder says, bet his elbows are up. I'm sure Kinder's in there working hard. We can't see if his elbows are up, but we can take a look over and see how much Kinder is turning that wheel right now, and it doesn't look like he's moving it very much at all. Just a little off the gas for a second to set that truck, get it rolling, and try to do what he can to run down Jonah Colbert. I know I teased it a little bit as we were coming to green, but we're talking about our merch store at intensitybroadcasting.com. We've got some designs that we have in the works right now, one of them being the famous call from Joe Wright, the truck cars call. So that's one piece that we're working on, as well as a couple other of our favorite sayings here on Intensity Broadcasting. So check out that merch store, because we're going to be adding some more items to it within the next couple weeks. As well as your other leagues that run here on Intensity, between the original Rebels, the SCSRA, Extreme Forces, Mayhem Modifieds, Thunderstruck Series, all have t-shirts. And, we got a yellow flag out on track, and it looks like Jim McClendon into the wall, as well as, I think that's Charlie Elmore. Oh, Kyle Roberts and Mike Veith involved as well. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind. So it looks like Kyle Roberts is down on the bottom, catches the apron just a little bit, gets that truck all out of shape, has to chase it up the track, and right there we see the 18 of McClendon right there make just a little bit of contact. Here comes Charlie Elmore trying to avoid it, runs into the back of Kyle Roberts. And then you see the 18 of McClendon come back up the track, and Elmore, makes hard contact with the outside wall. Here comes, see Kyle trying to hold on to that truck, loops it back around. Hard contact again for the 35. Not really sure what happened with the 9 of Mike Veith. I don't know if Kyle Roberts just comes down the track, and Veith with nowhere to go. Wasn't expecting that truck to be there. So, with Mike Veith, unfortunately, getting involved in that, and that will be that would definitely be considered the P&J Motorsports Hard Luck Award winner right there, with just nowhere to go, getting caught up in it for both drivers. As Kyle Roberts was having a great run earlier in the race, and getting caught in something that's just none of his doing. So we had pit stops while we were taking a look at the replay. Zach Wetstein again gets off of pit road first. Jonah Colbert in second. We'll take a look at our pit times so you can see where everybody came off pit road. And those positions up are not what they gained or lost on that pit stop. It's just what they've gained or lost from the beginning of the race. And right now, Sam Wetstein and Jonah Colbert still sitting 1-2. Garrett Kinder chasing past Aaron Adcock. Your top 5. Jesse Necula, Dedman, Jeff Paisley, Josh Oswald, and Cody Boehm make up your top 10. Joaquin Meza again staying out, taking the wave around, trying to get one of his laps back. Same with Charlie Elmore out there as well. Jim McClendon in front of Zach Wetstein, so these guys probably be able to make it on fuel. They were last on pit road. Just before the caution, well, not really sure why they're out in front of Zach here, but they are going to be able to take the wave around here. Joaquin Meza still 4 laps down to the field, but trying to get those laps back as the race goes on. But we're going to re-rack them, restack them, refire them here. Zach Wetstein choosing the inside lane again. Jonah Colbert to the outside. This time, Garrett Kinder restarting in the 3rd position with Tracy Passions to the outside. And we've seen that bottom lane get the jump. We'll have to see if Kinder is going to be able to get in front of Colbert and try to take the win away or the lead away from Zach Westside. So far, nobody able to pass Zach on the track. Tracy Passons almost did, but got a little loose and almost lost it, so he had to back out of it. So we'll see if Kinder or Jonah or Passons can get back up there and challenge Zach for the lead. Here we go. The pace truck's getting ready to take that hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Zach Westside leads them back down to the restart zone. Green flag is back in the air. We are back racing, and Garrett Kinder does get that good jump on the low lane back in 3rd, and Colbert going to have to hang in behind. So move Garrett Kinder up into the 2nd position as Zach Wetstein has gotten quite the lead, and we see this gaggle of cars here all kind of jockeying for position here. Tracy Passions getting loose up on that high side, has to chase it up the track. Here comes Jesse Necula, and that's Christian Dedman down on the bottom. They were almost just 3 wide. Jeff Paisley back in the mix as well. Aaron Adcock fighting for that 3rd position, trying to get around the outside of Jonah Colbert as they work their way through turns 1 and 2. Colbert on the bottom, though, has the good advantage. Tracy Passions right there as well. Maybe he can push his nephew here to the front. He's going to stick behind Jonah Colbert, and yellow flag is back out. It looks like some trouble here for quite a few cars. We see Gary Wright spinning down to the inside here. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch Wreckage Rewind as we take a look to see what happened here. Is see Gary Wright up on the outside of Alex Veith here. Oh, and he just gets loose, and Spencer Gay with nowhere to go runs him right over. Oh, McClendon and Josh Smith involved as well. Smith goes for a wild ride up in the air. And Gary Wright gets the worst of it, making hard contact with that inside wall. So Zach Wetstein continues the lead, but Garrett Kinder now in the 2nd position. We'll see if Kinder can get a good jump here on the restart to get up and challenge Zach for the lead here tonight. Don't forget to join us every night here on Intensity Broadcasting. We have live iRacing 7 nights a week. Tomorrow night we've got the Extreme Forces ARCA Series. That'll be taking off at 9 p.m. Eastern tomorrow. Then Tuesday, another one of our truck double headers. We've got the Doghouse Racing League trucks brought to you by Shoney's, kicking off at 8 p.m., followed by the SCSRA Truck Series at 9:30 p.m. Wednesday, we have our Mayhem Modifieds, followed by the Xfinity Series from the SCSRA. Thursday, Thunderstruck. Friday, the Extreme Xfinity Series. Saturday, the Sending Cup Series. And Sunday, we always have our truck doubleheader here with the Outlaws and the Original Rebels Racing League. So join us 7 nights a week here on Intensity Broadcasting for all your iRacing needs. Also, don't forget to check out the Rebels website at ORRleague.com. That's ORRleague.com. You can find out all your all your stats, all your information, all your schedules for every Original Rebels League series right there in one spot. That's the ORRleague.com. And don't forget to support us, whether you're watching on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch. Make sure you're subscribed. You have that notification hit there so you can find out whenever we're going live. We sometimes have a couple little surprises. Like this morning, we had the last hour of the 24 Hours of Daytona with some of our favorite drivers from the SCSRA. Cody Moore, Brian Nudie, Blake Hensley running the 24. They were running 5th in the last hour when Brian Nudie had some issues stuffed in the wall. They came home in 8th, so congratulations to them having a good run in the 24-hour race. We plan to do a couple more surprise broadcasts like that as time goes on, so keep tuned and have that notification clicked on so you know anytime we go live here on Intensity Broadcasting. And anybody in this Rebels League that did the 24-hour race and was able to finish it, congratulations. I know it's a fun race. I haven't run it in a few years. Last time I ran it, my team came in 3rd, which was awesome. That was my Mediocre Sports Boys, me, Jason Yant, Jason Loy, Mike Parody, Don Stevenson ran in that, so it was a great race. It's always a lot of fun, and if you're not familiar, yes, we do run 24-hour races just like real life, driver swaps and everything here on iRacing, so it's a lot of fun for the drivers. It puts a little added pressure on you because it's not just your race that you could have an incident mess up, but it could be your entire team's race, so it's a lot of fun, and I look forward to doing some endurance racing this year as well. But here we go. Lights are off on the pace truck. Zach Wetstein going to lead them back down to the restart zone. Garrett Kinder, not Kevin Kinder. Kevin's in the chat. Garrett's in the truck. Garrett Kinder going to lead them on the high side here. Aaron Adcock and Jonah Colbert round out the second row. Then Tracy Parsons and Christian Dedman. Pace truck is off. Green flag is back in the air. And Kinder with a great restart. It's the first time that outside driver has been able to not get passed at the line by the inside row, as we see Aaron Adcock looking down to the inside. Jonah Colbert and Tracy Parsons there, as well as those 4 trucks under a blanket down the backstretch. They're in formation like the Blue Angels would be. Here comes Kinder, though, on that high lane, getting passed by Aaron Adcock on the low lane. Now a little push here. Jonah Colbert giving the shove, almost a little bit of a bump draft down the straightaway to Garrett Kinder to try to move him forward. It's not going to happen as Aaron Adcock and his uncle Tracy Parsons hang out on that low lane, and as they're racing side by side, well, I thought Zach Wetstein was going to get away, but looks like even though they're running side by side behind them, they're actually catching Zach here. On the restart, he was out to almost a half a second lead. That lead's fallen to 0.3, so I don't know if Zach's trying to save a little bit here with 22 laps to go, or if these guys have found something that he hasn't as they are still side by side. Oh, one around on the backstretch. William Griffith around hard into the inside wall. That's going to bring up another Kinder Farm and Ranch wreckage rewind. Saw it out of the corner of my eye in the back of the field. We'll take a look and see what happened to the driver of the 12 machine as coming through turns 1 and 2, and oh, just loses it all by himself. See that thing snap loose right in front of Chuck Pegleg Feltz, and see him and Lokovitz able to avoid, and yeah, that's a helpless feeling when the truck snaps around like that. Just nothing you can do. We'll actually ride along here with Griff, and you can see if you watch his hands, just nothing he can do. He's already in trouble, and all you can do is mat the gas, try to spin it back around. Unfortunately, matting the gas caused him to hit that inside wall harder, and tough break for the driver of that 12 machine, William Griffith. Looks like he's going to be going a lap down here. So lights are still out on the pace truck. So we're going to go at least one more lap. Cratchit Miller says, paddling that fanny in a bow tie, Kevin Kinder. Love it. Talking about Garrett Kinder out there making his way back up to the front of the field. As we come across the line here, the lights on the pace truck stay on. So we'll go at least, I believe this will be the last lap. We'll be going green flag racing at the end of this lap. Boys up front are putting on a show for the fans. Kevin, I agree. Unfortunately, it seems to be from second on back as Zach has continued to just dominate this race, leading every lap so far as we are under 20 laps to go. Does anybody have anything for Zach? That's the question. As Jonah Colbert absolutely clobbers that blue cone at the bottom of the track. Don't know what that cone did to him, but taking out his anger on that cone he is. So a couple action-packed races coming up over the next couple of days here on Intensity. The ARCA Series currently, they will be racing tomorrow night at Bristol Motor Speedway. Tuesday night, the Doghouse Boys will be taking on Bristol Motor Speedway in the trucks. And the SCSRA Truck Series will be heading over to, looking at the wrong schedule on my screen, they'll be heading over to Las Vegas. So some exciting Truck Series racing coming up. A couple exciting nights of racing between the Bristol races and Las Vegas. And then Wednesday night, the SCSR Xfinity Series is going to take on Richmond. So if you like short track racing, you've got some races at Bristol. If you like that big open drafting, we see these trucks put on a great show at Michigan every time they're there, no matter what series they're in. So lots of good racing coming up the next couple nights. Be sure to check it out here on Intensity. But here we go, Zach Wetstein on the inside, Aaron Adcock on the outside. Pace truck about to take that hard left-hand turn. Garrett Kinder sitting back in third, Tracy Passions in fourth, Zach Wetstein hits that loud pedal, gets back to the gas. Green flag is in the air. Garrett Kinder side by side with Aaron Adcock for second. And again, we're seeing that low lane really have the advantage here. Tracy Passon's trying to follow Kinder right along. Passon's with a great run, able to get side by side with Aaron Adcock as Kinder just about has Adcock cleared as they go into turns 3 and 4, but Adcock fighting hard back on the high side. Kinder checked up hard on the low side. That checked Tracy Passon's up as well. And as they come across the stripe, we have just 16 laps to go here. They're still side by side for a second, and Zach Wetstein's lead is back to over a half a second. Kinder now slides up in front of Aaron Adcock. Oh, a little bit of contact. Kinder forcing his way there. Now Aaron trying to come down. Can't get lower though because Tracy was right there on his door. Last thing you want to do is wreck your teammate or a family member. So Tracy Passon's up into third. Move Aaron Adcock back to fourth. And here comes Jonah Coburn back in that fifth position trying to move forward as well. Now can Kinder run down Zach Wetstein as see Tracy Passon's hit that inside apron, just gets a little bit loose. Aaron Adcock taking a look down to the inside, but not able to get quite there yet. Tracy's going to have the good run on the high side. So great racing here at the front of the field. Great racing throughout the field. We see some side-by-side here. Cody Bohm getting passed by the 17 of Josh Oswald. We see Jesse Nekula right there as well. Oswald currently up 20 positions. Up into the 8th position. And trying to continue to claw his way forward, trying to get around Jesse Nekula. A little further back, Pegleg Feltz getting around both Josh Lokovitz and Sam Wetstein. Moving himself up into 11th, one position out of the top 10. And looky here, Garrett Kinder looking down to the inside of Zach Wetstein with the big run here. Kinder trying to take that lead, being the first truck to take the lead away from Zach Wetstein all night long. They're side by side through the travel across the line. Zach Wetstein's going to have the lead by just a nose, but Kinder, can he get it done here through turns 1 and 2? We've seen how strong that 13 truck is through turns 1 and 2 tonight. Although Zach Wetstein have a bit of run on the outside, he's got some help from Tracy Passons there as well. Tracy now looking to the bottom, trying to go along with Kinder. Zach is so much stronger through turns 3 and 4 here. We're seeing that right now. That's where Zach's been able to make up the most time through 3 and 4, but Kinder so much stronger through 1 and 2, so they're pretty much even as the laps go on. Kinder trying to drive it hard into turns 1 and 2, trying to clear Zach here as they come off turn number 2 and side by side, door to door. They continue to race here. Neither one of them showing a definite advantage. Kinder throws in just a little bit harder this time. He washes up the track, almost makes contact with Zach Wetstein. Now Tracy Passon's trying to come into the mix. He was looking to make it 3 wide for a moment. Tucks back in behind Kinder as they make their way back through turns 1 and 2. Kinder pushing as hard as he can right now, trying to get that win. Zach, though, fighting back hard on the high side. They are still side by side for the lead with 10 laps to go. Both these drivers hoping it stays green for the next 10 laps so they can race it off. Now Kinder on that low lane trying to pinch Zach down up just a little bit as Zach continues to run hard on the high side. No clear advantage for either driver still. Just behind Tracy Passons, Aaron Adcock watching this battle go on. Hoping these drivers make a mistake and they'll be able to slide on by. Here comes Garrett Kinder back on that low lane. Right down on that white line. Trying not to hit the apron as we got a great battle. Oh, Tracy Passons gets a little loose off of turn number 4. Able to hold on to it though, as they are still side by side for the lead here at Kansas. 8 laps to go. Now Kinder sliding back behind Wetstein. I think Kinder trying to save his tires just a little bit, hoping he can cool them off for a good run here at the end. Aaron Adcock looking up to the high side. Tracy Passons. That's what Kinder and Zach need to see, is those guys behind them racing. That will allow them to kind of take it easy for a couple laps here. That Kinder can get another run at it as they go through turns 1 and 2 yet again. Single file. Tracy Passons now catches the apron, runs up the track, kills the momentum of Aaron Adcock. Aaron falling back now into the clutches of the 31 of Jonah Coburn, who's going to take it 3 wide into turn number 3. We got 3 wide racing. Jonah Coburn on the bottom. Tracy Passons in the middle. Aaron Adcock up on the high side. They continue to run 3 wide across the stripe. Tracy Passons, though, coming out victorious in this little battle. Running that middle line, able to slide up in front of Jonah Coburn. Now Coburn having a rough run. So he's starting to slide backwards now, but up front, Garrett Kinder hanging back a little bit off Zach Wetstein as we come to the stripe. Flagman has 5 fingers in the air. We have just 5 laps to go here at Kansas. Does Kinder have anything for Zach here coming down to the end? Did he show all his cards early, or was he just throwing a little bit of a bluff? We know that 13 truck has been fast all night long. We'll have to see if he's able to get up to Zach yet again. Aaron Adcock made some contact with the wall. He slid back just a little bit. Doesn't look like it was hard enough to damage the truck, but they are, that 23 machine now starting to lose some momentum and slide backwards. Kinder now running that high lane, trying to find anything he can, as Tracy Passons has cleared Jonah Coburn by quite a bit now, and he's coming to try to take that second position away from Garrett Kinder. Kinder having a valiant effort, coming back from the pack up to the front. But now with just 3 laps to go, have to see if Kinder has anything left in the tank here. Or if Kinder just burnt up those tires racing with Zach side by side for quite a few laps. Zach comes off of turn number 4, comes across the line. Popsicle sticks are in the air. Just 2 laps to go. And once we take the white flag, there will be no more yellow flags. But if a yellow flag was to come out before the white flag, we'd have a green-white checker. And anything can happen here as Zach Wetstein's lead now just about a lap over Garrett Kinder as they come through turns 3 and 4. So far, we are still green here at Kansas as they come across the stripe. White flag is in the air, 1 lap to go. Garrett Kinder now has Tracy Passons all over that back bumper, trying to take that second position away as Zach Wetstein continues just to pull away. You see the field behind. A big race for position in the back as Zach Wetstein comes through turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Off of turn number 4, the 4 of Zach Wetstein will win here, flag to flag at Kansas. Garrett Kinder comes home second. Tracy Passons third, and then we've got battles all over the field. Oh, we got a wreck in the back as they came across the line. Not sure who that was involved in that, but oh, they're still wrecking here off of the corner. But your winner tonight is the 4 of Zach Wetstein. Zach's going to come down and celebrate with his father in the grass, and you see Zach celebrating, and here comes the Rebels Demolition Derby here at the end. And let's take a look at the results. Zach Wetstein is your winner. Garrett Kinder comes home second. Tracy Passon's in third. Jonah Colbert, Christian Dedman round out your top five. Jesse Necula, Aaron Adcock, Chuck Pegleg Feltz comes back to eighth. Josh Oswald in ninth. And Charles Stevens Jr. in the 10th spot. 11th will be Josh Lokovitz, Mickey Isaac at 12th, Brett Grunwald 13th. Brandon Wallace and Spencer Gay round out your top 15. Then Tyler Rice, Cody Bohm, Alex Veith, Jim McClendon, and Tia Swank are your top 20. '21st, Charlie Elmore. 22nd, Ray Page. Jeff Paisley comes home 23rd. Sam Wetstein in 24th. Mike Veith, William Griffith, Joaquin Meza, Josh Smith, Kyle Roberts, and Gary Wright round out the rest of the field. And your hard charger here tonight, your Evil Empire SimSport hard charger tonight, will be the 17 of Josh Oswald. Josh Oswald making up 19 positions from the start of the race to come home in 9th. So Josh Oswald, congratulations on your hard charger here tonight. As we get ready for our post-race interviews, brought to you by Thunderstruck Super Series. We'll bring in your third place finisher tonight. Let's find Tracy Parsons here. Tracy, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Hey, I got you. I thought I done got kicked out, Josh. Go ahead.
Well, congratulations on the top three this year. I believe your first podium here since moving up to the Sunday Night Truck Series. So congratulations on that. It's got to feel good to get that first podium out of the way.
Yes, sir. I didn't think I'd ever finish the race the first two. I thought, man, what have I done wrong, you know?
Now, it's a little different competition up here, but nonetheless, still some great competition. And you showed some speed out there tonight. I saw at one point you got a little loose there trying to take the lead away from Zach, and that kind of killed your momentum. You never really got another chance up there. Was Zach just the class of the field, and were you just not able to save tires as well as him?
I was biding my time trying to wait for the last minute. I guess the last minute never come.
And some great racing there with your nephew, Aaron, as well. You guys battling it out there up at the front all night long, it looked like. You guys had a fantastic run for the team as well, huh?
Yeah, that was fun. And we done it clean. I'm proud of that.
Well, Tracy, again, congratulations on the top three. Anybody you want to thank? Any shout-outs you got to give here tonight?
Yes, first of all, I want to give a shout out to you for a good job you do, and Hall Heating and Sheet Metal, and all the other sponsors that I don't know now, and my team, Poleman Motorsports, everybody on it, and just enjoyed every minute of it.
Well, next week we move on to Bristol. How do you like your chances at Bristol next week?
Well, I run fairly decent there, but I'm not real good, so we'll just have to wait and see.
Fair enough. Well, again, congratulations, Tracy, and sure, this won't be the first time, or won't be the last time I talk to you here in the Truck Series. So, congratulations again.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Okay.
There you have it, Tracy Passons, your third place finisher. Let's bring in your second place finisher. This man crawled his way from the back of the pack. Garrett Kinder, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
I got you.
Man, I know tough break having to start the race in the back of the pack due to an EOL, but great job coming back through the field to finish second. And man, you've put on quite the show there side by side with Zach for it seemed like forever, but I think it was like 5 or 6 laps. Did you just burn off your tires at that point, or was Zach just that much stronger?
Oh no, I burned my stuff up down there on the bottom side. I burned my stuff up all night. You know, the cautions, they actually felt pretty well for me because I knew starting back in 27th and then the talent we have in this field that I wouldn't, if I was going to, get up there and be in contention, I wasn't going to have the luxury of being able to save a tire. So I was basically full go all night. I might have saved a little bit when I was running around the middle of the pack, around lap 50 or so, but no, man, it was full tilt, full time.
For sure, you looked like you were muscling your way through the field as well. So I know a couple spins out in front of you. A couple drivers spun out in front of you early in the race. You were able to sneak on by. That must have been a little bit of a pucker moment at that point too.
Oh, absolutely. Once again, I've got the shorts sitting here next to me and made use of them already. Luckily, changed them pretty quick during the pit stop. So got that taken care of, and man, that was a blast. I didn't think, Zach was dominant tonight. I was talking to a lot of the guys that, they could get to his bumper but couldn't do much else. And I guess going down to the one, I guess he tagged the apron as soon as I got to his bumper and opened that door up, and man, I don't know what it looked like on the broadcast, but it felt like we were running about an inch off of each other the whole time, and it was just an absolute blast. You can't do that with just a whole lot of people. I don't trust just a whole lot of people to run that close with, but Zach's one of them, and we had a dang good time doing it.
Yeah, I would say that you guys were definitely running an inch or two away from each other for 5 or 6 laps straight. I know Kevin put up in the broadcast that his heart was pumping, so you got his blood flowing here tonight. So good job here in your second place finish. I know you're looking for that win, but congrats coming up through the field. Before we let you go, any thanks you got to give, a shout out you got to give here tonight?
I got to give a big shout out to the field. Gotta give a shout out to series admins for giving me EOL. I wouldn't got to experience the rush I felt tonight. Man, it was fun. I kind of EOL'd myself after that whole deal with Warren last week in Michigan. Still sorry for that. Didn't wreck anybody this week though, so I should actually get to qualify next week. I don't even know where we're going, but should be a good time. Thank you up in the booth. Where are we going?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, we're going to one of your favorite tracks. We're going to Bristol next week.
Oh yeah, okay, game on. Gotta thank you up in the booth. Gotta thank Griff and all the admins keeping this thing running. Kinder Farm and Ranch for coming on board. Pop, sorry I got your heart rate up and going. Mine was going too. It's gonna take a while for me to fall asleep, I think. Ratchet Speed Shop, Big Frig, and Cross 5 cattle coolers. Keep your stuff hot if you want to keep your stuff cold. For cheaper and longer than anybody else, make sure you check out Cross 5 cattle coolers and Big Frig coolers at bigfrig.com. Wolfpack Racing, Ray Page. I think he was one of the ones that kind of got tangled up in front of me a little bit. He was over in our voice chat tonight, hanging out and cutting it up, having a good time. Ray's a great guy. If you don't have a chance to talk to him, make sure you cut out time slot to talk to Ray. He's a good dude. And of course, I got to thank all my teammates over at Reaper Racing. We had a couple of extras over there in our voice channel tonight, Jonah and Ray. Jonah didn't get to run very many of these Rebels races, so really glad to see him out there tonight. Big shout out to Coach bringing it home P5. Man, just everybody out there in the field that ran it clean. It was a very clean race. Just a great time. I enjoyed every second of it, and can't wait for next week. Bristol, baby.
Yeah, speaking of Reaper Racing, Griff was running up there in the top 10 for a little while tonight too, until he had some issues there. So great showing overall for Reaper.
Yeah. Overall, we were running really well. Kyle was also, he was sneaking around, hovering around the top 10, I think, there for the first half of the race, and he got tangled up in some stuff. So, really great qualifying effort from everybody over at Reaper, and luckily, some of them able to hold on and survive some carnage and sneak out and get some good finishes tonight.
Well, that's going to be the name of the game next week is surviving the carnage. So, good luck next week, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
I appreciate it.
You have your second place finisher, Garrett Kinder. Let's bring in your winner tonight. Zach, you got Josh up in the booth. You got me?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, dominating performance here tonight. Led every single lap, start to finish. I mean, not much you can really say. It seemed like you were really able to save tires much better than anybody else. I noticed on restart you were able to get away for a little bit. Then you started to fade back, and then you were able to kick it back into gear again. Was that kind of the name of the game, just trying to save those tires to the end?
Yeah, it's tricky because, the beginning of a run here in these trucks, you just, it's so easy to go wide open the first 5 laps or so. But that's a big trap that you can fall into. 1 and 2 was pretty good on throttle in terms of staying almost all the way or all the way on the throttle. But 3 and 4 was really where you either made or lost time. It just got really tight through the run, and I think that's where I was able to have an advantage over everybody else. Was I was able to save my tires running 3 and 4 on the beginning of the run, so that would set me up for the back end of the run.
Well, thank you for stealing my next question, because that's exactly what I was going to ask you about. Was 3 and 4 seemed to be your strong suit? I saw you and Kinder there. You were running side by side, which seemed like forever there towards the end. He was able to get you so well through turns 1 and 2, but you were able to claw back through turns 3 and 4. Was 3 and 4 really that much of a hot spot here tonight?
Oh, absolutely. You have to actually drive 3 and 4 more than you have to drive 1 and 2. 1 and 2, like I said, even through the long run is more of a hold the gas pedal down, and really all you have to do is make sure the truck didn't get loose. 3 and 4 is really where you had to use throttle control, because you could not stay on throttle all the way through 3 and 4 after about 5 laps. And yeah, so I basically just used 1 and 2 to stay with Kinder. If I could just stay on his rear quarter panel through the turn, get up even with him into 3, I knew that eventually, if the tires were off enough and we stayed green, that eventually he'd get tight on the bottom and I'd be able to get a better runoff as long as I had a good entry.
Well, how fun was that running with Kinder there side by side for those laps?
Oh man, it was it was both really fun and really scary. You know, I think this race, this probably meant the most to me out of any win I've had in this series, in this league, just because I was able to lead. I don't know if it was all the laps, but a whole lot of laps, and I really it meant a lot to try to complete that race, because all that goes to waste if I finish second or back. So it was a lot of fun. Me and Kinder have raced around each other for multiple seasons now, and that's how we're able to race side by side so close like we did. We even made contact, and we're able to keep it clean. So yeah, it was a lot of fun, and it's something that you kind of come to expect in this truck series.
Yeah, you did lead every single lap here tonight, so a dominating performance. And before we let you go, anybody you want to thank, any shout outs you got to give here tonight?
Yeah, absolutely. You Intensity Broadcasting as a whole. I believe if I watched the first broadcast, it sounds like Joe was able to hop in and broadcast the first race. Maybe give you a little break from double duty. But yeah, Intensity Broadcasting altogether. Griff for running the league, all the admins that make this league what it is, all the guys in the truck series that put on a great show tonight. We had a few cautions there at the end, but I mean, we had a really good race tonight. Hull Heating and Sheet Metal, shout out to, Ray Cobb. He's always in our memories, and so we always like to shout him out. Smell Racing Designs, Shibu Inu Crypto, Intensity Broadcasting, like I said, Peg Leg Felts, P&J Motorsports, and Kinder Farm and Ranch, along with finally my parents.
Awesome, man. Yeah, Sam having a great run tonight too. He was in the top 10 for most of the race until he got caught up in something late in the race. So it's good to see him running well here as well.
Yeah, I'm hoping that eventually he'll be able to get luckier and not get caught up in wrecks, because man, when he does, he's going to be racking up those top 10s, top 5s, and eventually get that win.
For sure. And Joe jumping in today, we want to thank him as well. Fortunately, my day job got in the way of the first race, but Joe was able to hop in here and take care of that first race for us, so I do appreciate him hopping in here. So I'm going to shout out Joe and Zach again.
Absolutely.
Zach, congratulations on the win yet again, dominating, as I said, and I'm sure we'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you, man. Have a good one.
So there you have it. Zach Wetstein, your winner tonight, dominating here. And yeah, just dominating performance. Really not much else you can say, leading every single lap here tonight. So we move on to Bristol next week. It's Bristol, baby, and that's going to be a fun one. We go from the fast, wide open Kansas Speedway to the short track at Bristol, the world's fastest half mile. So don't forget to join us for lots of Bristol racing this week. You've got the Extreme Forces ARCA Series taking on Bristol tomorrow night. Doghouse Racing League will be taking on Bristol Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And then you'll have both the Outlaws and the Original Rebels trucks taking on Bristol next Sunday here in the trucks. So you're not going to want to miss any of this racing coming up. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, the Cup Series will be taking on Bristol as well. So We got lots of Bristol coming up, and it's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to it here on Intensity. Don't forget, check out both the original Rebels Racing League website at ORRleague.com. That's ORRleague.com. Don't forget to check out IntensityBroadcasting.com. Don't forget to check out us out everywhere, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitch, on Twitter at Intensity Broad One. We want to make sure to follow all of us for all keep you up to date on all the races we have here on Intensity Broadcasting, any news that we have, any special events we might have coming up. So want to check out those at all times. And again, congratulations to Zach Wetstein with the win here tonight. And as our boy Atlee Atman Weiss would say, over and out.